6 minutes to go in the third period. It's been all Celtics here in the third period. Larry Bird with a great pass to Walton to McHale, and that is Celtic basketball. It's going to be the best of all time, but great passing for sure by the Celtics.
Watch this. Bird knows that there's somebody coming over to block the shot. So does Walton. Two best passes. The Towers got.
1986 NBA Finals, Game 3, at the Summit, Houston. It was a battle of stars in Game 3. Larry Bird put on a masterclass with a triple-double, 25 points, 15 rebounds, and 11 assists. Kevin McHale led the Celtics in scoring with 28 points, while Dennis Johnson added 20 points and 5 assists. On the other side, Ralph Sampson dominated inside with 24 points and 22 rebounds. Hakeem Olajuwon added 23 points and 8 boards. And Robert Reed chipped in 20 points to keep the Rockets firing. With both teams trading blows and the Stars carrying the load, Game 3 went down to the wire.
For the Celtics, every loose ball becomes a determined mission. Now the beleaguered Rockets must realize they've run into a team breathing fire. And the flames show no signs of dimming.
Brent at the top, and the man of the hour. I don't know when I've ever seen him more focused, Larry Bird, and we know Hakeem Olajuwon is, Tommy, coming into this game. Robert Parrish and the rest. But Larry Bird came out early again, and I think very badly he would like to see the Celtics win this road game.
If there be any complacency for the Celtics, it might be in this game, but that man right there, I'm sure, will not let it happen.
That's the Rocket story at home. One of their 5 losses was to the Celtics, but Hakeem did not play in Boston's win here during the regular year. Underway, controlled by the Celtics. Jake O'Donnell and Joe Crawford are the working officials. Game 3. McRae knocks it away to Reed. Fast break for the Rockets. Rodney McRae.
That's what they want to do. Whoever controls this first quarter, I think, is going to win this game, Dick.
Usually it's been the third for the Celtics in the first 2 games.
Houston will be a believer in themselves if they come off strong this first quarter.
And Larry Bird hits his first shot, and the net doesn't even shimmer. And we're tied 2-2. We're in sudden death playoff at the Kemper Open. We'll update that story for you. On the turnover, Bird with a runner. And Larry Bird has 4, and the Rockets have 2. But Houston's pushing it up with Louis Lloyd, who gets fouled, and that's what the Rockets have not done so far. Celtic guards have outplayed the Rocket guards by a mile. Here's Bird. And Bird is 3 for 3 and has accounted for all 6 Celtic points. Casey Jones said he's the best total player of all time after his fantastic performance in Game 2. Hakeem doubled with McHale and Ainge and scores anyway. Helping Hakeem defensively. Knocked away. Into the hands of Bird. Parrish down court. And hits the layup. And where
Place they feel and make them think of memories of Boston Garden if they get off hot the first quarter.
Ralph Sampson. Rockets lead by 1 with 9:20 to go. Here's Robert Reed. McRae. Lloyd with 2 men on him. Sampson, offensive rebound. And Ralph Sampson finds Lloyd. Lloyd, good open court player. Good position for Olajuwon. All 5 Rockets have scored, and Hakeem leads with 5.
And it was one-on-one defense. No help for McHale that time against Olajuwon.
McHale hasn't scored yet, and now he's into the scoring column. The best shooter of any player on either team, Kevin McHale. And Sampson goes to the bench with 3 fouls.
They're throwing a different look in the low post game, the Rockets. They're confusing the Celtics defense with some different type of plays, running Hakeem to the low post.
Bird hits, and Larry Bird has 8 points.
And of course, there's always Larry Bird.
19-17 Rockets. And Rodney.
One of those twin towers out of there.
Ainge. Rebound Reed. Here they come again. Sampson. Pass, bad pass, knocked away, and McHale at the other end gets an easy basket for Boston. 1 4-point lead for the Rockets. 23-19. Dennis Johnson inside. Akeem defending, and Walton is there. And the Celtics and the Rockets, but it's been close. Sampson with 9 on the clock. Hits again. 2 for 2 from out there. Air ball, and Bird is there. 2:45 to go first period, and they'll call the foul against Olajuwon. And it's an unfortunate foul for Akeem, who picks up his second. 2 on Ralph, 2 on Akeem.
Well, you know, it may be unfortunate, but he hangs around the ball much too often for a big man, and things like this are going to happen. He should just turn his nose up and get up the other end of the court.
To keep it alive. That demise is a champion.
But Boston has hovered between 2 and 6 points, mostly 4 in this period. Dennis Johnson, who hasn't hit yet, makes his first shot of the game. Time remaining in the opening period. McHale is guarding Peterson. 2 former Minnesota stars. Wiggins, a streak shooter. When he gets going, right with him. Dennis Johnson, fall away, hits.
In this quarter, the Rockets.
Reed, all the way in, blocked by McHale. 1 second. McRae, and it's good.
You're going to see it. A long rebound out. They scrap for it. Ainge can't control it, but McRae just sneaks up and picks it up and nicely turns around as the clock goes off.
It was similar to Sampson's shot that beat the Lakers, but he had a better line on this one, and the Rockets lead by 4. We played 1 period of Game 3 of the NBA Finals on CBS here in Houston. Capacity crowd of over 16,000 at the Summit, and the Rockets lead by 4. Larry Bird and Rodney McRae, each with 10, are the high scorers in the game. Tommy, Larry Bird is 4 for 7 shooting, but the rest of the Celtics are only at 35%.
That's a real big plus. All he wants them to do is stay close.
Bird stays close there with a jump shot that got the rim. 12 for Bird, 12 for McRae. By the way, McRae hasn't missed yet. In low to Akeem, Walton, Bird, and Ainge trying to come over. Walton the rebound. Akeem 2 for 7 from the field, has 5 points, but the Rockets are up by 4.
That was excellent defense by the Celtics that time by Akeem.
Parrish fighting through crowd. Walton gets the rebound and scores. Parrish is playing with 3 personal fouls. McRae 4 for 4 thus far. Reed in 3-point territory. Goes in. McRae trying to deny Bird. Tough thing to do. Bird working his way in. Short this time, but Walton keeps it alive. Bird for 3. And Wiggins clawing inside. Parrish the rebound. And the native of Houston, Texas, in the game right now for the Celtics as Walton hits outside, and Bill Walton. Wiggins has Dennis Johnson behind him. Open is Reed, but Akeem takes it himself from the baseline.
Double, sometimes they fake that phantom triple.
Bird, great pass from Dennis Johnson, and a foul. So the Celtics going with a front line now of Kite, Walton, and Bird with Parrish here.
You can't take your eyes off Larry Bird. If you do, he beats you. If you take your eye off the ball, he beats you. The Celtics make you pay. Good up fake that time. And Rodney McRae said, they just beat you with every half inch. Very effectively to set up their inside game.
Outside shooting can come and go. Good defense never does it? Peterson is all over Walton. McRae on Bird. They isolate him one-on-one. Celtics like that situation. And a left-handed shot by Larry Bird gone by. The Rockets leading by 2. 39-37. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Reed using his height. Hits the jumper. And Robert Reed.
Larry Bird one-on-one against McRae. He knows McRae is going to come back to his right hand. And he shoots it lefty to confuse him a little bit. I'll tell you, he gets you guessing every which way. You don't know which hand he's...
Bird off a screen, and Larry Bird with 16 points in the ball game. He is the game's high scorer. In his face. Bird against Olajuwon. Great play by Bird, and it was still Houston ball as Bird had stepped on the line or knocked the ball onto the line.
Well, I'll tell you, that was fantastic defense by Larry Bird. That's his weakness, playing low post players, and he forced Olajuwon to shoot the ball from behind the backboard.
6-point lead. 43-37. Now it's 43-29, and a three-point shot by Robert Reed, who has 9 points here in the second period, and he's come alive for the Rockets.
He can get the shot off anytime he wants against the smaller Seasting.
McHale fighting inside. Seasting is guarding Reed. Has a big height advantage there. Wiggins. 2 for 2. Fighting through a pick. McCray and Peterson. McHale was setting it, and Bird winds up on the floor again. A Houston foul.
Don't set a pick in this game, I'll tell you. Watch McHale come over to try and set a pick, and Peterson just throws him into McCray.
Seasting. Bird getting by McCray with another left-handed shot. This time Wiggins. Outlets to McCray. Olajuwon filling. Peterson inside. Stripped away by Danny Ainge. And the Celtics answering the Rockets' running game with one of their own.
You know, Sampson's been on the bench for an awful long time. But Peterson's been playing pretty well, banging people around. So I think Fitch is saving him.
Wiggins had 9 turnovers by Boston, and Ainge steals one. That's another one against Houston. Ainge going strong in against Robert Reed. Tipped up. No basket. No basket. Offensive interference on third kill. Fouls back in the game. McHale working against Peterson. First half. Peterson on a screen. Reed. Loose ball foul against the Rockets. In his left eye. After he was hit in game number 2, he went 1 for 13 from the field and disappeared in the opening game. Lewis Lloyd comes up for Mitchell Wiggins for the Rockets. And of course, earlier in the year, Sampson went out when he suffered that back bruise on a terrible fall. So he was with 3. 4:19 to go. Seasting wide open. Sampson almost kicked it in. And the Rockets get the rebound. Lloyd. Lewis Lloyd. McCray feeding Lloyd. And the Rockets with an opportunity going by the boards, and Bird handling the ball. Ainge is open. Ainge. McHale. And the basket's good, and a Houston foul. Jim Peterson. McCray. Lloyd. Good fast break, Houston.
Boy, they're advancing the ball with a pass. Something they hadn't done in the prior game.
Quickly back Dennis Johnson looking for McHale. Good defense by Peterson, who's playing with 3 fouls. Ainge. Big basket. And it's 52.
Defense than they have been.
1-point lead now for Houston with under a minute to play. You see the time. Robert Reed hits from outside.
And help on the inside game.
Again, a 3-point lead for Houston, and another foul called against the Rockets. This time it'll be against McDowell, his first foul.
Yeah, but he did what you're supposed to do. Keep McHale right out of the sweet spot, in close to the basket. You're going to lay a body on him and say, you can't go where you want to go. I'm getting you off that block at least 2 feet away. So he got called for it, but at least McHale knows he's going to have a fight on his hands to get to the good position.
There's the free throw story. Celtics, who missed 23 for 24 in game 2, are now 12 out of 4. They're in the first half. Houston led by 4 after 1 period, and Ralph Sampson gets a basket and a foul, and he is a different player in Houston.
The summit is his, but he really got great position. Look at him really spreading out now and swing into and over 3 of the Celtics. Look at that reaction.
12 points, 13 points now, and 12 rebounds for Ralph Sampson in a great first half. Greg Kite picked up his 4th personal foul. 26 seconds to go. 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock in the first half. A 5-point Rocket lead. Their biggest lead was 9. They led by 4 after 1. McHale on a pick and roll as Bird found him inside, and it's McRae, good control, knocked away by Danny Ainge. Another fast break opportunity by the Rockets turns into 2 points for the Celtics. A McHale basket and a foul. Sampson try to get Parrish into a 4th foul. Lloyd going in, lost control. Johnson ahead to Larry Bird. Bird gives the Celtics a lead. 21 for Larry Bird, 64-62. And Bill Fitch will want to call a timeout, and it's the first time that the Boston Celtics have had a lead since early in the game. Inside, Hakeem, and it's last touched by Sampson. So the Rockets still tentative, and there's a long pass to McHale. And McHale, after several fakes, gives the Celtics a 4-point lead, their biggest of the game.
And a little inexperienced.
Parrish gets it back against Hakeem, who has 3 fouls. He missed. Sampson, McRae, and Rodney McRae goes up. He doesn't get the layup. And the Celtics with a 4-on-2 right now. Danny Ainge. Bird with a runner, left-handed. He's done a lot of the left-handed shots today.
Yeah, Bird played great defense on that fast break by the Rockets. He angled McRae off, made him take a tough shot.
Rockets still haven't scored here in the 3rd period in more than 2.5 minutes gone by. And Olajuwon loses it. And the Rockets are having problems. McHale and Bird. And McHale tries to tip it in and doesn't. Bird is there. This is against the Rockets again. Danny Ainge misses. McRae gets the rebound. And Bird, anticipating beautifully, picks it off. Open is Dennis Johnson. And the Celtics are rolling right now. They've outscored the Rockets 11-0. 7:45 remaining in this period.
Mental mistakes by the Rockets.
And if the Rockets don't get their act together, they may be out of this game early as they were in game 2. Lloyd with a fake finally puts the Rockets on the board. 4.5 minutes.
Good ball movement that time by the Rockets. Sampson read the defense beautifully.
4.5 minutes, the Rockets went without scoring. And then McHale comes right back. Period. And the Celtics sensing something here. Walton turns around, and even on a broken play, the Celtics score, and Bill Walton with 8 points.
Olajuwon had to go pick up Bird. That left Walton steaming in for the hoop.
10-point lead for the Celtics, and that's the biggest lead either team has had in this 3rd game. Sampson goes up and draws the foul. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd period. It's been all Celtics here in the 3rd period. Larry Bird with a great pass to Walton to McHale, and that is Celtic basketball. It's going to be the best of all time, but great passing for sure by the Celtics.
Watch this. Bird knows that there's somebody coming over to block the shot. So does Walton. 2 best passes. The Towers got Bird.
Bird is on him, doubling on Olajuwon, and Hakeem comes back.
Then even scoring baskets.
Larry Bird, by the way, is 1 assist short of a triple-double. He has 21 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. He has 4 steals in the ball game, and another all-round performance by number 33 in the Celtics, who lead by 6 with 4:40 remaining in the 3rd period.
Now, Lewis Lloyd will have to carry the scoring in the backcourt for the Rockets.
Dennis Johnson driving in the Houston foul. Lloyd trying to stay with Dennis Johnson. And DJ shaken up, not getting up so quickly.
You're going to see him now. Lewis Lloyd is trying to really get out in front of him, stop him a little bit, but hooks him, and you can see that
wide open. That's the closest he's come. He has struggled from the field since he suffered that broken wrist late in the year.
Well, he took a long layoff. What he's really doing on his outside shot is drifting a little bit.
Dennis Johnson. Fade away. Bird is there. Larry Bird, alert. Picks him up in a hurry. Bird left open. Level how to pick him up. Now Sampson. Walton comes in out of nowhere and tips it in. That's the Celtic teamwork. Walton playing an outstanding game. 3-on-2. Lloyd. Favorite shot. It was waved. They've had to go without him. Dennis Johnson blocked by Akeem. DJ again draws the foul. Used his body well there.
Could have traveled on that one before. Moved his foot on the fake, but a lot greater things have been missed here in this ball game today.
And Dennis Johnson quietly has had another fine game.
Here you see him. He gets the ball back. Good shot block, but there was the little walk.
And a foul, more important, on Olajuwon, his fourth. 4 on Akeem. He was the MVP of the '79 playoffs with Seattle.
I think that was very important for him, that series against LA. We're looking at third kill.
Replacing Bird, who goes out with 23.
But Dennis Johnson, I think, has found a real brother in Casey Jones. Most of the coaches had trouble controlling Dennis Johnson, not Casey Jones. He believes in him.
Dennis Johnson, 8 for 8 from the line, 18 points in the game. 1:43 to go in the third period. Celtics were trailing by 3 at the half, down by 4 after one period. They've had an 10-point lead. And around Sampson with a short jump hook has setting a screen is Walden for Dennis Johnson. Akeem on the switch. 4 on the clock, and McHale throws it away, and that's the best defense the Rockets have shown this period. With a chance to cut it to 4. Reed does just that. Final minute of this third period. Houston on an 8-2 run now, and they've made a nice recovery from their doldrums early on in this period. Here's Reed. Sampson out of nowhere. It's a 2-point game. Ralph Sampson has come on and made a tremendous contribution to the Rockets today.
He sure has, Dick. And on the offensive glass.
16 on the shot clock. 22 in the period. McHale breaks that rally, and it's... Houston was counting on the home court edge. And Danny Ainge on a give and go from Robert Parrish, and the Celtics are up by 6.
And Reed was reluctant to leave Bird to pick up Danny Ainge. You've got to help each other. That time Reed didn't.
Lloyd inside to Akeem. And Akeem over McHale's long reach. Now swinging around to Lloyd. Looking for Sampson. Level. Top of the key. Stops his dribble into the left corner. Robert Reed, a 25-footer. 7-4 in his face. Bird looking for Parrish. To the right of the basket. In the lane. Goes up, fakes, and the ball goes off the rim. Parrish again with a reverse layup is good. To Bird up on high. Left of the key, McHale, one dribble, jump shot is good. And with 9:18 to go, the Celtics are up by 6, 90-84. Sampson and Akeem, low post. Lewis Lloyd fires from the corner and misses. Bird blocking out Olajuwon gets the rebound.
I'll tell you, did he go get that rebound, Larry Bird?
14 for Larry Bird today, so he'll do it one way or another to beat you. He has scored 23 to lead the Celtics. McHale has 26. 26, McHale is the high scorer. He's come on strong in the late period. Bird working against Reed. Long arcing shot at the 24-second buzzer. He got it off but missed the shot, and now the Rockets would level.
They picked up their defensive stroke here, the Rockets.
8.5 to play. 90-84 Celtics. Olajuwon to level, swinging out to the top to Reed. Inside of the lane, driving is Lloyd, and a Boston foul. It up quickly in the left sideline, shadowed by Level. McHale setting a pick, right side. They go to the right low. Working his way in is Bird, out to Dennis Johnson. Reed bumping Bird. Turnaround, Larry Bird, 18-footer misses. Olajuwon the rebound. Outlets to Level. Celtics getting back quickly on defense. Level pulls up left of the key and hits the jumper. It's 90. Pecking at the ball is Robert Reed. Pass to the left side to Danny Ainge, who hits the big jumper. Ainge with 11 points in the ball game, and it's 92-87. 7.5 to go.
Well, they get right that time on a double team. Danny Ainge wide open.
Larry Bird has a triple-double today. Double figures in points, rebounds, and assists. Olajuwon going up inside.
Low to Parrish on the right side. Turnaround over Akeem and a one-hander by Robert Parrish. 15 feet and the Celtics with a 5-point lead. Pass inside to Parrish and he's fouled. Parrish was inside, beat the Rockets center Olajuwon down the court and was fouled going in. 16,000 fans for Game 3, and Hakeem Olajuwon, who said no way the Celtics will win 2 games here in Houston, to handle it cleanly.
Here's Parrish.
Casey Jones has great belief in this man, particularly down the stretch for rebound purposes. Stick with
Ainge is around a double, level. Hits the shot. He's hit 2 of his last. Parrish with under 6 minutes to go. Dennis Johnson with a big basket. And Rockets are undefeated in the playoffs, 7-0 at home. They had the second best home record in the league, but the Celtics, they did their best work on the road of any team in the league. Sampson crashing the boards. Another chance. And Ralph Sampson stalled at 23 for a while. Gets free, shoots over Reed, and has 25.
into a good play movement.
3.5 to play in the 4th period. Bird, one-on-one isolated against Reed. Finds Parrish inside, and Parrish. McHale tips it in. Kevin McHale in a big basket with 28 points. He was quiet for so long, and McHale leads the Celtics with 28. Double team on Olajuwon. McHale and Hakeem gets the basket and a foul, which wakes up the crowd.
That's what they need from Hakeem. He turned to one side, and then Ainge did not drop back fast enough to cut off the angle to the hoop.
And Olajuwon will go to the line. Kevin McHale has 4 fouls now. And here is Hakeem. And this is where the free throw shooting, which has not been good for the Rockets.
Celtics will probably try to go to McHale a little bit.
Johnson's pass intercepted by Sampson. Level. Finds an opening. And Bird comes down with it. Just didn't have the touch inside. Playing nonetheless. Here's Parrish. Faking one way, going the other. And Sampson gets another rebound. That's 21 for Ralph. 2:11 to go, and the Rockets going to have to be flawless at both ends if they're going to get back and win this. Sampson gets 2, and it's 102 to 99.
Where you can get normally your best shot.
Dennis Johnson, and the rebound by Sampson, and the Rockets can come within 1, and Mitchell Wiggins gets the basket and a foul, and we can tie it up here. Big rebound, big basket, and a foul, and Mitchell Wiggins, who grew up in North Carolina, 30 miles from Michael Jordan, makes a big play.
That's Dennis Johnson's shot, but another big rebound by Sampson, and look how quickly the outlet gets it up the court, and Dennis Johnson has to make the foul, and what balance by Wiggins.
Boston has the ball in the lead.
This is a must situation, a good shot, and not worry about the clock too much.
And for Houston, Larry Bird going up with a runner, short. Hakeem gets the rebound, and a foul is called. Larry Bird gets up and finds out the foul has been called on him. And that'll be number 4 on him.
Here's Bird. He comes off the pick and roll, gets the shot off cleanly. Now Olajuwon makes a clean rebound. And Bird gives it the big acting job, quite frankly. I think just a little bit. Looked like he didn't get hit, but I guess he did.
These are big free throws right now by Olajuwon. He ties the game. The Rocket free throw shooting has been subpar. But today, Hakeem is 8 out of 9. But they're not free and clear at all. Bird to Danny Ainge. And the Celtics lead with 45 seconds to go. 104 to 103. And Bill Fitch calls a timeout.
At the forward, they got some good outside shooters once it gets in.
They go to Olajuwon, triple team him. Hakeem off balance, tipped up and in. That was Mitchell Wiggins with the tip in and a big one. And the Rockets regain the lead. 27 seconds and 19 on the shot clock.
Total disdain for the double team by Olajuwon that time.
And Wiggins made up for the missed free throw on the three-point play. That could have tied it. 15-8 on the clock.
Celtics have a mismatch.
Harris inside. Misses. Bird. And let's see, the 24-second clock. It's a big play for the Rockets. Mitchell Wiggins, who's a good rebounder inside. Look how alert he is. Number 15 tips it up and in. After missing the free throw moments ago that would have tied the game, he puts the Rockets in front.
Boston's going to play the tip defensively, hoping the only way that Sampson's got an opening is back towards Wiggins, who's almost out of your screen, or is out of your screen on the left.
Houston controls. And Hakeem is fouled with 5 seconds to go. Celtics. May call a timeout. They have one left. Hakeem could give the Rockets a 3-point lead. Going for his 24th point. He doesn't make it, and the Celtics call time. Celtics out of timeouts. Harris. Dennis Johnson. They step on the line. The Celtics stepped on the line and turn it over. And the Houston Rockets snuff out the Celtics and win for the first time in the NBA Finals. But for the Rockets, Sampson 24, Olajuwon 23, Robert Reed had 20. So the Houston Rockets, Sampson with 22 rebounds, was the key man for the Rockets today. And here's the great defense by Houston.
They really played tight. They made everybody come to the ball. They gave a big target Robert Parrish, but he stepped on the line on that pass to Dennis Johnson. Good defense. Look at Bird coming to the hoop. And Reed right there. Look at Parrish. Let's see if we can catch if his foot was on the sideline or not. Usually bring your big man. And there it is. Right on the line. Right foot.
And they beat the Boston Celtics. The final score, 106-104.